Hey y'all, welcome back. 2021, way more fun with JD and Paul McGunn. I don't know what I'm doing for this intro, but hi. Took us long enough. We're finally back for a new podcast, the JD and Paulcast. Episode 50. Paul, 50 episodes,
oh
buddy.
God.
Yeah.
And we're in the future. The future. The future.
I mean, Oculus has been around for a few years, though.
But this is the... Yeah.
Didn't you already have a Quest?
I did, and I sold it, and I got this one.
Did you get it just because it's white?
No, because it's better.
Oh, it's different from the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even aware of that. That's interesting. But yes, hello, everyone. We took a nice little hiatus for the holidays and also the first month of the year because it is now February, technically. I'm not sure what.
February.
Huh?
Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to you, brother.
Happy Black History Month to you, my brother, as well, of course.
For the rest of this month, we need to podcast and koofies.
I'm ready. I'm already in the Ivy Parky. I'm ready to go.
Ooh, the Beyonce.
You got
koofy.
You got the young natural going. I love that. You got the Denzel going.
This is the King Kunta right here.
King Kunta. You know,
name.
You know, Pilar.
Kunta.
You want to know what Pilar told me today? First off, I apologize if I'm ever judgmental to you or myself or anyone else. Listen, I'm trying to be a better person. All right, moving on. I'm trying to be a good guy JD for the future. Whatever. I mentioned to her because I was on FaceTime with her. I was like, oh, because she has braids right now, like box braids or individual braids, and they're in a bun. And I just looked her down. I was like, oh, you haven't been wearing your do-rag, huh? And she was like, JD, don't you fucking start. And I was like, what do you mean? I was just mentioning, you just
can't talk about the hair, man.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I was like, you got a little Miss Frizzle going on. It's cool. I love it regardless. It wasn't supposed to be a dig. It was genuinely me just being like, because I used to have braids all the time. So, I remember when my hair was frizzy, or if I took a shower. I think I asked her, did you take a shower? Because, at a certain point, you're just like, oh, I'm just wearing my braids. I don't really care. Maybe I'll, whatever. And her response, which made me laugh, but I kept that laugh inside to myself. She was like, I think she mentioned like that the braids she was going for the lived-in look, is what she said, like Zoe Kravitz.
Okay, I get it.
I can dig it as well. And then I kept like whatever my response was to myself. I
was there at a point with the lived-in.
Young natural. That's what we should call it nowadays, instead of natural. Like I got the lived-in beard going right here. You know what I mean?
This is quarantine chic.
Yeah.
Right here.
Like this isn't scruff. This is lived in. I liked it.
This is unkempt and lived in right here.
I think my brain immediately thought, oh, so lived in is the new nappy? Like that's all. That's what.
Hey, that's actually a nice way to say nappy.
Oh man!
Shout out to Bow Wow. Hair nappy, buddy's happy. Pocket full of dough.
Bow Wow.
Unless you didn't invest in GameStop.
Wait, unless you what with GameStop?
Didn't invest in GameStop. It was a segue.
Oh, I missed it. Because I was still focused on Bow Wow because you mentioned him. Did you see him perform at that club with a bunch of black people and people who also are not black and like his music, and they were just like partying like
COVID? Yeah. People are out here, man. Like perfect example. Last week there was like a Crump event that happened, because usually, if you guys don't know, I'm part of the dance Crump community, and usually like every Wednesday we have like a thing, but like last week was Crumpers versus Clowns. So like Tommy the Clown's like homies came and whatnot, and I kid you not, I drove by the park. There was about 150 people outside of the park, crammed in with no masks on. whatsoever, as if COVID did not exist. And I drove by and I drove home. People were like, "You're not stopping?" I'm like, "Nope."
I don't understand. Well, I do understand. I mean, I don't even want to get. I don't want to get into politics. It's not really about politics. I'm just saying. I think it's crazy that people just in this country. I'm sure in other countries, they got some issues. I know that Japan had some spikes. I saw Canada's doing quarantine, and they're limiting their people who can come in internationally from other airports or into specific airports. But I also saw a video today of New Orleans, whatever that area is, the street with the beads, French Quarter, and it was just popping. It was popping. People.
Oh,
certain.
You know why?
Is it Mardi Gras time?
Good old crawdaddies is out there, ready to go get all of them crawfish and gumbo and beignets and everything to get them all. I'll tell you everything about that. Them crawdad. Man, crawfish sounds actually really good right now.
It does. The crawdaddies and the craw mamas, they were all there. And they were just having a ball. They were out in the streets. There were some people with masks on, but majority of them had them like right here. Like,
I hate that.
I hate that we can't just listen.
I mean, this country was founded on rebellion, so I mean it's in line with what the nation's founding fathers and everything is built upon. So it is what it is.
I mean, I understand people need to live their lives. I understand people need to go outside and do their thing. You know what it is? I think what bothers me the most is if you wanted to do all that stuff and spend time in close quarters and all that jazz, listen, if you want to sacrifice or put your life on the line, fine. I don't understand what the big deal of just wearing the mask is in public. I'd imagine if everybody actually cooperated and wore their masks, even if there were people who wouldn't listen and won't social distance, at least you're limiting the amount of people who can get sick because you at least have a mask on, whether you're in like a 6-foot proximity. So if we all listened, we'd at least be cutting down the death rate. But some people,
no, that's not happening.
Huh?
So that's not happening.
But it's also
today. A perfect example. I was at Chipotle, and this lady went into Chipotle with no mask on. Just like, ma'am, you need to put on a mask. She's like, I just want to grab my food. Like, you can't come in here without the mask on. But my food is right there. It was like, put a mask on. She's like, I don't have one. I was like, oh, that's too bad. Like, do you need one? Go to Starbucks. They'll give you one for free. I'm not doing that. Give me my food. I'm like, I hate it. I hate it here.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
I mean, the Chipotle people could walk it out the door too, because that's what they'd rather do. And even I've seen I follow a few toxic Karen accounts or angry Karens.
Oh,
they're fun. They're really fun.
Crazy Karens on Instagram is my favorite.
Crazy Karens on Instagram. I think there's one on TikTok. I've seen one where a lady walked in and she refused to put her mask on in Trader Joe's, and the guy was like, "You can't come in." "Well, you're infringing," and blah blah blah. And he was like, "What do you want from the effing store? I'll walk you through. I'll go get it." And she was like, "No, I don't want you to go get it." And I was like, basically,
COVID.
I just wonder what
good times,
bad times. I just wonder what things would be like if we at least listened to that part. I'm curious to know.
We could have been at Disneyland. Marvel Land would have been open by now, y'all. We could have been there.
Oh yeah,
hung out with Toby. That's supposed to happen last summer, man.
Dang, that was supposed to come out last summer.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
You good? You sound upset.
I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I just want to go back so bad.
I feel it, brother.
It's done. It's done. It's there. It's ready to go. You can walk down in California Adventure now. You can walk down in there and you can just see the buildings there just in the background behind this tarp because it's done. It's done.
And they took your annual pass from you.
Oh my God, they did.
Sorry.
Uh, uh,
He's like, my heart.
that hurt. That was a sad day. It was like a legit sad day. But now technically I am a legacy pass holder. That comes with stuff, but I don't know what it is. I think I can still go buy stuff from downtown Disney with a discount, but I haven't been down there because COVID.
Is it something that eventually they would at least let you back into the park for some sort of discount, or you don't think that's ever coming back?
I haven't even checked because I'm just like at the point where it's just like until like it's vaccinated and people take the vaccine, and then 6 months after they open it up, then I'll probably go back. You know, I'm lying. I'll go first week. I'm going first week. I know myself. I'm gonna risk it. I'm going. I legitimately thought about going to Orlando like a couple months ago for my birthday to go to Disney World because it's still open.
Yeah. Florida never closed.
Atlanta either. Turn up.
Man, I've seen the videos in the clubs. It's interesting. I'm curious to know what this country would have been like if we were capable of listening, or capable of not just going crazy with our freedom, which I appreciate our freedom. Can't say I disappoint. Can't say I don't like it, but yeah, it's very.
Are we free though? Are we really free though?
In COVID times, or are you talking about being a black person?
Both.
I don't know.
But keep a kufi on, brother.
I'm rocking mine.
Activate your laser beams.
Mine, hey, third eye, king. All
Third
right,
eye right here, kid.
Besides that, y'all, life has been interesting. I mean, every single day is a new adventure in our country, at least. We're all now big. We're all big city slicking Wall Street people now. We're tycooning, baby. From what's the name? Who says that? We tycooning. E40.
Ugh.
But Paul, how are your investments doing? What's your
horrible. Let's look into my Robinhood right now.
Let me look too.
Robinhood has been Robin Hoods. I'm up $6 today.
I'm up $7.
Ooh. We making big money, $7, but I'm still negative.
What?
I'm not negative, but I'm yeah.
What would you say has been? Oh yeah, what stocks have you invested in besides the
AMC? Because Balvin and Gabe hype me up to the moon. Now we're going to the soup kitchen. We in debt right now. In debt right now to the soup kitchen. AMC, Nokia is what's like really struggling me right now, like killing me. And then Dogecoin.
How much Doge? Or you don't have to tell me your numbers, but I didn't. Hold on, I'm about to look at Doge right now.
I'll tell you what I put in for Dogecoin. I didn't put much in there. I put in $25.
Okay.
But I have lost $5, $6.90.
I just want to do more research as a now future financier of the stock exchange. I just don't want to throw money in willy-nilly. I mean, obviously we're not in the position that like short sellers are in, where they're doing the short squeezing, which I understand. They take a stock, take the money, give it to someone else, have them hold it for a second. They bring it back, but then they owe the money back. We're holding on to longer investments, and that's what's killing them. Speaking of which, let's actually see right now what GameStop is at. GameStop is at $312 per share.
I should have bought in to the moon.
I wish I would have known 3 weeks ago or a month ago. But
oh man.
But you know the funny thing, have you seen the movie The Big Short?
No.
You should watch it. You should all watch it. It explains exactly what's going on right now.
Wait, is that Steve Carell movie?
Yes.
I didn't watch it because I didn't think it was funny.
It's not a comedy. It's a story. Do you not watch movies unless they're funny?
Well, I saw Steve Carell, and I'm expecting to laugh, not be educated.
He's like a serious actor as well. You know that, right? He's not just The Office.
He's Michael Scott, baby.
Have you even watched The Office all the way through?
I have. Shout out to Pam and Jim.
Okay, well that's interesting.
Shout out to Peacock.
Who?
Peacock.
Oh, yeah. Do you have that app?
I will in a week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know.
The WWE network is going to Peacock.
Oh, that's interesting. Where are they at now?
It's okay. So the WWE app was by itself, so you paid $9.99 for the WWE app. But then NBC bought out the WWE streaming service contract to themselves for $1 billion this week. So now all of the WWE network is going to be a part of Peacock. So if you have Peacock, you have the WWE network. So that's all the pay-per-views and all that stuff.
That's pretty dope. That's a W for Vince McMahon and his shareholders.
Yeah, he got a Billy.
I mean, he's had a few Billies probably. Is he a billionaire?
Yeah. Multi, because at least the company is. They bought the network for $1 billion. Fox bought SmackDown for $1 billion. And yeah, toys and all that stuff. Like they're caking.
Yeah, his net worth is 1 point something, like 1 point. What does it say? 1.8 billion. Yeah. Shout out
for
to
him, man.
Man, he's an American professional wrestling promoter. That's what it says.
Yeah, technically, yeah. Runner, and shout out to Bianca Belair tonight. She won the Women's Royal Rumble, first black woman to win.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Shout out to Edge and Christian coming back together, first time in 10 years.
Are they both going to continue wrestling, or is it just Edge?
Edge is. We won't know till tomorrow. So, as of right now, as of this recording, the Royal Rumble ended a little bit ago.
And so, you would be watching the follow through on Monday Night Raw, I'm assuming.
And SmackDown, yeah.
Because
we don't know who Edge is challenging for WrestleMania yet.
Is SmackDown on the same night as Raw now?
No, Monday is Raw, Friday is SmackDown.
That's what I thought. Okay, for sure. I forgot what I was gonna say. Besides that, there's other things that have been happening that we're excited about. I know Godzilla versus Kong. We've talked about possibly renting out a movie theater. Just us. Probably just me and you. Me, you, maybe Gabe.
They're probably gonna be me, you, Gabe, Pilar, Devin, and myself.
Maybe if they allow it, and if
they said a 20% capacity. We don't have to sit next to each other. We can be all spread apart.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
It's gonna be. I can't wait. I miss the movie so bad. I never realized that until like that trailer came out.
It is an experience. It's completely different from just watching it, because I was comparing that in my head to, I'll just watch this on my TV, and I'm like, Godzilla don't hit the same on a TV.
Yeah, they don't. But just the sound system itself is going to be, that's it really. The sound and then the popping corn. It's like, there's a bunch of movies we would have had by now if COVID didn't hit. We would have been at Shang-Chi already. In the Marvel movie situation.
What was its original release date?
Everything's what would have been out by now?
Black Widow.
Like all the Disney shows. Black Widow was supposed to come out last year. Didn't come out. So Black Widow, the Eternals were supposed to come out. Shang-Chi was supposed to come out, and Doctor Doom was supposed to come out. Not Doctor Doom. Doctor Strange was supposed to come out this summer.
Well, I'm wondering what their plan is when it comes to rolling out, because, Warner Brothers does the whole thing straight to HBO Max, and I don't know if I don't think Marvel's willing to do that. I feel like they're willing to push movies till people can get back in theaters, but at the same time, I don't think anybody's getting back into a movie theater in that level of capacity for, honestly, the foreseeable future. I've seen doctors talk about the fact that, vaccine or not, they're only supposed to last up to like 9 to 12 months, and it's going to be hard to get them distributed to every single person in the world. Also, the ones who are already sick, and or the
people who don't want to take it,
or the people who don't want to take it. And then there's the fact that they just said that because of the way we handled this virus, it's going to be a part of our culture or our social construct, whatever the word is, our society, that's the word, for the foreseeable. Huh?
Except forever.
Yeah. Forever, ever.
I ain't ever going back to Disneyland.
Wait, what about Disneyland?
Said I'm never going back.
I mean, you could technically go. It's on you, though. If you willing to die for that mouse who would never die for you. Come on back. Come on back, Paul. How you been, buddy?
If it does spread my ashes in the Haunted Mansion, that's all I ask of you.
You gotta pay for that. How much money you got? Can you afford the Haunted Mansion, boy?
Just do it secretly.
No.
Dump me in the rivers of America.
We drain that lake every month.
No.
We gonna put you. You gonna be.
Put me in the Winnie the Pooh ride next to in the scene where Pooh gets high.
Winnie the Pooh is not helpful and marketable anymore. We're getting rid of that as well.
Put me in that ride, man. The room. When Pooh's on acid.
What? There's a Winnie the Pooh ride?
Yeah.
Where? At Disneyland or World?
Disneyland. It's like in the cut though.
Is it where?
So
where is it?
So you're walking towards Galaxy's Edge. It's Haunted Mansion, Splash Mountain's right here, and there's like a little path in between the two rides that goes behind Splash Mountain. And that's what the Winnie the Pooh ride is. There's literally no line ever.
I just thought about that. It's like right across from the little lake area where the boat comes, no?
Kinda. So it's to the left of that.
Yeah.
It's really right. It's right between Splash Mountain and Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that area. I've never seen people in it, and I feel like it's always been closed when I go there.
Yeah, they close it at night so that when the fireworks would happen, they don't get people back there because that's where they fire.
Oh. I feel that. That's interesting. Mickey Mouse, man.
I miss him. Boy.
No, man. What was I about to say? I was going to say, yeah, the stock exchange is interesting. I hope all y'all are being safe with your coin. Definitely don't don't make any mistakes unless
diversify your bonds, bong.
Diversify your bonds. Diversify your bonds. Speaking of bonds that should have been diversified, Paul, how are you feeling nowadays with all of the catastrophe that is Cyberpunk? I mean, we always talk about this, but I was going to say before. Yeah. So we all know Cyberpunk has been around. Paul still has it. He hasn't finished it. He said he's been just kind of enjoying it. But they issued an apology video.
They did.
Which was hella cringe because you're apologizing to us for creating a game that I think is still a decent game, but you know, it fell short because of all of the probably micromanagement of putting it on so many different platforms. And I'm actually coming across a video right here that I'm not going to put on screen, but it just says how hype kills art. And I think that's true. I think that's fairly the issue. The hype of that game killed what would have been an artistic possible masterpiece. But what also killed that game is the fact that it just was not ready for launch.
It wasn't. But okay. Here's the tricky situation part. It's like my friends asked me about Cyberpunk. It's like, should I get Cyberpunk? I was like, do you have a PC? And then they tell me no. And then I said, no, don't buy it. Because on PC, it's good. Like, the PC and the console space games is completely different games because the PC game works. There's like bugs in it, but there's not much that I've experienced personally. Even like with the patches before the patches that are out now, what I've experienced is so good, and I was like, I want people to play what I played, so I tell them to wait till it's ready to be played on like the PS4 and base Xbox, because you cannot get the next gen consoles to work.
Will it ever be ready for base consoles?
I don't think so. Like, if it was up to me, I understand why they wanted to put it on the older generation of consoles. But if it's working so bad to the point where it looks like an N64 game or worse at points, just make it for the half-breed consoles and the next gen in PC. You're gonna lose a bunch of your install base, but at least you wouldn't have made a product that was so bad.
I would say at this point, they already have the money from their install base. I just think they're not able to sell it on those base consoles anymore. Now it's just, I don't even know if they can rectify it. At this point, it's just like, hey, hopefully you're able to buy an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5 in the next year if scalpers don't ruin it for everybody. And once you do, then play our game or get a PC.
Unless you get the digital version of the PS5, because you can't get Cyberpunk that way because it's still not on the digital store.
Yeah. Wait, if you bought a physical version, would it install the PS4 version to your PS5?
Yes.
Yee.
And that's what it does with the it installs the PS4 Pro version to the PS5, but the PS5's hardware can run it well, like better than the PS4 Pro can, because it adapts to whatever's in the system. That's what it does on the Xbox Series X for me. But I'm on PC with ray tracing, and it looks great when it runs. Cool. Like, frame rate issues are abundant in mine now.
What about bugs, though, specifically on PC? I've had a few, and they're not crazy. They're not game crashing, but they are noticeable. Like, I remember getting in the car, and the car disappeared, and I was just floating in the sky, which is interesting.
Oh, damn. That hasn't happened to me.
Oh.
Like, the craziest bug that I've seen is like... Okay, this is a major bug. The first day that the game was out, there was a clipping glitch where in your character creator, you can adjust your character's genitalia. There'd be parts where if you change like to a certain pair of pants, your junk would just be hanging out of the pants in the menu. That was the major one I experienced like the first day. Another glitch is you're supposed to talk to some people, but the prompt to speak to somebody didn't appear, so you have to reload your save and then it'll just work. It's just small things like that, but nothing major. Like, I haven't seen cars fly through the sky or people like robot dance and walk upside down or anything like some people have been experiencing. For me, it's been pretty smooth.
When you got The Witcher 3, how was that day one? Was it buggy as well, or did it run decently?
It was kind of buggy, but like nothing as bad as what you've been seeing with The Witcher. Not The Witcher, jeez. With Cyberpunk. Witcher 3, so top tier game of all time.
I feel like you'll get your money's worth for Cyberpunk at the end of hopefully this year.
I'm getting my money's worth out of it now. Like, it's a if you could play what I'm playing, it's a good game.
I feel that. I believe it's definitely a good game on PC.
Yeah, the arc with like Johnny Silverhand is so good. I was like, okay, this is okay. I like this character. Like, oh man, this dude's freaking obnoxious. And then over the course of the game, like, oh, okay, we're getting character development. Like, for me, my favorite parts of this game aren't the ones where like the missions where you go in and shoot a bunch of people. It's the ones where you talk to people and you just get you just flesh out the backstory and like stuff that's happening in the world and all that. That's what I like. That's what I come to these games for. I could care less about the shooty bang bang parts. I play games like RPGs. If there's an option to talk my way out of a situation, that's how I play. High charisma, thief, rogue, and whatnot.
I feel that. I was gonna say that game. I think the only thing that I personally don't love about it is it has such a like an expansive and beautiful looking world, but the gameplay, physics, and mechanics are just kind of lacking. Like when you drive into like the ocean and it just the car will just kind of crash and just land in the water. I feel like there's simple gameplay mechanics that they could add to it. Hopefully they do in the next year. That would make it seem so much better. Like even playing Grand Theft Auto 5, the game feels so much more immersive when you like break a car window or you're fighting someone and you have like a little, you have a little bit of like a pushback if someone knocks you over, or if a car hits the water, it actually floats for a second or two, then it starts to like seep in slowly. I feel like I've seen a comparison of those two games, and I definitely was like, well, Grand Theft Auto's 2013 still holding up nice and tough.
Yeah, but people are going into Cyberpunk expecting Grand Theft Auto. That's also a mistake that people were making going into this game, because they didn't really show gameplay of it running. Like for people who I would talk to, is like, is it like Grand Theft Auto? I mean, it's open world, yes, but you're not going to go into places and try to rob everybody and do kind of gang heists and whatnot. That's not what you're here for.
I feel that. Also, give me 1 second. I just ordered some food and it's at my door. I'm going to go grab it, and we'll be right back after this commercial break. Boop. And welcome back, everybody. I made the mistake of thinking my food was here when it wasn't. No big deal. All right, so thank you for that enlightening information about Cyberpunk, Paul. I do want to continue playing it casually. I enjoyed it. I think it was just kind of like the pacing was really slow at first for me, and I was like, I'm gonna jump back into this when I have some time. So
yeah, it's a slow game.
Definitely that. I'm still trying to finish Ghost of Tsushima, which is a great game, and I know you finished that, but I'm enjoying that one a lot more than most games.
How far are you in that? I'm just curious.
First act I've completed. I saved my uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
I like that game, man. I think that game is fire. I think that game definitely deserves like higher praise. I know that you played it, but you played it in a way where I think you made yourself too OP and then you just destroyed everything.
Yeah, I have a problem doing that with open world games.
I'm going like one side mission, one main mission, one side mission, one main mission. So it's kind of like the little more of a linear.
Yeah. I just like went out as soon as it was like, okay, be free. I just went out and just murdered a bunch of like those Mongolian generals so I could get all the styles. So like I had all the sword styles by the end of Act 1.
I have all the sword styles. They weren't fully like finished though.
So it's like sword, stone, water, and earth or something, like the Avatar styles.
Yeah, my character's OP. Like, I mean, I don't have any problems fighting people. It's very simple, and I've also equipped one of the god tier moves, whichever. And I haven't gotten all of the armors, but I don't know. I just like the game because I like Japanese history and mythology and lore, and also I like.
And it's hella pretty.
What's that?
And it's hella pretty.
And it's hella pretty, and I also just enjoy playing Samurai Champloo lo-fi mixes while I stream it on Twitch.
Got the big brain.
It's just so much more enjoyable. Like hearing the music and then like just cutting people down. It's super cool. I was going to say that right now on Twitter, I'm seeing that the CEO of Robinhood is very uncomfortable and is speaking about something. And we're also getting some COVID-19 updates. There's some craziness. FNAF is trending. Did you see the trailer for that like fake FNAF movie, Five Nights at Freddy's? But it's like what's his name? And he's
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah,
that is a very funny trailer.
Nick Cage will just do anything at this point, man.
Yeah, it's very funny because like I saw the trailer and they're like, oh no, he's trapped in there with them, and they're like, no, they're trapped in here with me.
He's just become like such a caricature of himself, but he embraces it, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie Mandy? I think is what it was called. Hold on, is that what it's called?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that at all.
It's Nick Cage going full Nick Cage.
That's good.
And the one with Tony Jaa, and he's like trying to fight like an alien.
I gotta Google these. These sound really funny.
Nick Cage is like, imagine like it's Predator, but the alien knows kung fu, and every 13 years this alien comes through, and you gotta assemble the best kung fu artists, and whoever can like satisfy the alien makes it leave and not destroy the planet.
That's hilarious. You know the meme. You know the meme of the guy who's pulling off his headphones because he's like tired of listening to stupid stuff.
Yeah.
That me and Henry every time we hear about something stupid, we're just like, man, get this off of me. But that Nicolas Cage alien movie sounds like one of those moments. But I would want to actually check it out just to laugh and see what happens.
Who's in that? So it's called Jiu-Jitsu.
That's the name?
The movie's called Jiu-Jitsu. Hold on, I'll drop the trailer in podcast topics for you to watch later.
I mean,
so bad.
That's funny. Oh no, it looks bad too. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that I switched cameras and now you are off camera. Yeah, those are weird. Those are weird movies that people are just like, hey man, we're just making stuff, all right? Let's stop. Don't judge it. Just let us make these weird things. There's been a lot of decent stuff though coming out lately. I don't know if you've been watching any new anime or anything. Have you?
Nope. Last thing I watched was I've been watching parts of Attack on Titan when people tell me to.
Oh my god. Why don't you just go back or why don't you at least do this? Listen, you don't have to watch the whole thing. Nobody's going to make you do that. Why don't you at least go and watch a like 20 to 30 minute everything that happened up until this point video on YouTube instead of doing that whole spoiler thing you like to do. And then you can at least know the context. It's like
I don't need context. I just want to see Eren destroy people.
But you should watch. But you gotta watch season. You don't have to watch the whole season, but just watch the little parts in between. I told Dave he has to get back into it. I was like, bro,
I don't need a reason why. I just want a reason to watch.
Oh man,
I want to see Levi be a god.
At this point in that show, if I'm being honest with myself, Attack on Titan might be like one of the greatest anime I've ever seen and manga I've ever read. The lore is so deep and so weird and uncomfortable yet amazing. Like I went back and watched a recap video because I've read them. I'm up to date on the manga and I'm up to date on season 4, the final season. And in my brain I was like, man, wasn't there something that happened that I can't really pinpoint? So I went back and watched like a season 1 through 3. Man, I was sitting there watching it. I was like, oh my god, I was like, they went through some crazy stuff. And season 4 is just the final
destruction.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched season 4, but let's just say this. If you watch season 1, Eren has waited a long time to get his revenge for the first day of that, or the first episode where the wall was kicked in and the Titans were running amok and his mother got eaten. Now it's his turn to get back at those who destroyed his life. That's what it is. At the end of the day, they came in, and the part that really is upsetting is you come to find out why they even did that in the first place. They didn't really have a really good reason. They did it just to check in on the society that was going on in that area, and for no other reason. Nothing bad was happening. It was literally a reconnaissance mission gone wrong. That's what it is. It was a reconnaissance mission gone wrong. They acted impulsively, and in doing that, they caused millions of lives, and they also caused the vengeance of a young boy who is not taking no for any. There's no other way for him to feel better about his life other than getting back at the people who ruined what little life he had when he was like 8 years old.
The way.
It's, oh my god, it's so good. I really hate that you don't want to go back and just at least acknowledge the good storytelling.
I'll watch it.
You ain't gonna watch it. Don't lie to me.
I'm watching this week.
You don't have to lie to me. It's cool.
Is it on Hulu?
I think it is. on Hulu, actually.
Okay, then I'll watch.
You're not. Where did you leave off? Do you remember? You finished the first season.
I did. I finished I think first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
When was they were fighting like the little baby Titan dude, but he was like a dude.
Baby Titan dude.
Yeah. It's not he used to hang out with the Beast Titan, I think.
Oh, the one with the big eyes and the big nose.
Yeah.
I think you're at the beginning of season 3.
Okay, that's where I left off.
Just watch a quick recap of season 1 and 2. Like you've seen, and I'm not gonna spoil season 4, but if y'all haven't caught up on season 1 through 3, I'm sorry. You've seen Annie become the female Titan.
Yes, and
Bertholdt and Rainer are the whatever it is, the armored Titan and the colossal Titan.
Armin's the colossal Titan now.
Oh wait, you've seen that far?
Yeah.
You might be ready to go. I think that's the end of season 3. What are we talking about?
Oh, see, I don't, because it's been a while. That's why I haven't.
Go watch a quick recap video. I'll send you a link. I watched it the other night just so I knew, just a refresher. Watch it. It's actually fun. It'll make you a nice little nostalgia. Then go watch season 4, wherever it is. If you need my Crunchyroll password, I got you. And enjoy that joint. Also, you need to peep Jujutsu Kaisen. It goes hard.
You know what's funny? Like I reached out to my godbrother, Cody, because he was my young Padawan in anime. I showed him like everything as a kid, and I was just like, Cody, it's time. I'm coming to you for an anime recommendation, and that was the first one he recommended to me.
Ooh,
I never thought this day would come.
Jujutsu Kaisen. It's so fire. There's a lot of ones that I've been watching in between. Jujutsu Kaisen, Megalobox. That actually.
I watched all of Megalobox. That was good.
Megalobox was interesting. I enjoyed it. And what were you about to say about Jujutsu?
Is it only on Crunchyroll?
I think so. There's a lot of good stuff.
Legally on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, legally. But Jujutsu Kaisen, I recommend. Oh my god, the God of High School. You ain't seen that either. Oh my god.
No.
Go watch that. That one's.
God of High School was the thing of the girl doing a Stone Cold Stunner in the opening.
Go watch. Just go. I think it's like only 11 episodes, season 1. It's a web comic turned into an anime. I think it's a Korean anime, so they don't call it manga. They call it something else. I forget how you say it. The Korean versions of it, but
Gojin?
Huh?
Oh, I'm watching this clip that they put on Crunchyroll. It might be a spoiler for Jujutsu Kaisen. Gojo versus Sukuna.
Don't watch a fight. You know better. What you doing? What you doing?
That was the first thing.
Paul loves this. Paul loves to spoil himself. Paul, don't be spoiled. Work for this. Work for it. Work for it. You know.
All right.
God.
First episode's on YouTube.
Been getting spoiled since day one, bruh. Damn. You gonna just ruin the whole shit?
Man is,
I just want to see the fights. Man. I don't need to know the story.
I don't need context.
Paul,
I just want to see you ask for.
Paul, there's so much more to life than skipping it.
I like destruction and ass whooping. That's what I come to movies for. An anime.
Stop. You sat through the whole Witcher video game and learned all of that stupid lore. You can't sit through a cartoon and you can't sit through it's not a cartoon. Can't sit through an anime for 5 minutes. I mean, live your life. Live your life. I just don't understand you. I don't get it. You'll sit through Star Wars. That's bullshit, actually. No, you're a piece of crap for that. Star Wars. Sorry, I'm not trying. Listen, I don't want to.
Have you not watched Clone Wars? There's action in every
episode.
Trash.
I don't like it. Just show me the fight scenes. Just show me the lightsabers. That's all I care about.
That's all I watch. That's all I watch.
You just don't have any interest in anything that isn't one particular thing you enjoy. You refuse to, which is fine. It's your life. I don't care. But what, Anna? But you sat through all of Naruto, didn't you?
I saw all. I didn't. Okay, I watched most of Naruto. Then I read the rest of the manga.
I didn't finish the show either. I think I did eventually watch it in the background, but I didn't sit back because I read the manga too, and I was like, I know how this ends.
See, I read the manga and then I went back and watched all the fight scenes.
Okay, so then go read Jujutsu Kaisen and then go back and watch all the fight scenes.
Well, the first episode's on YouTube, so I'll watch that tonight.
Oh, is it on Crunchyroll's page?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a good fight in the first episode. It might be. I don't know. But yeah,
I watched Demon Slayer.
You watched that all the way through?
I think so. No, actually, I didn't.
That's also a good one. And they took so long. You know, they pulled the Attack on Titan like 4-year break crap, and I was like, or it didn't take that long. But
they just released a movie though.
That's what they did. Season 1 ties into a movie that takes you into season 2. But as soon as I finished season 1, I was like, I'm into it. And like as soon as I get into an anime, I'm like, where's the manga? I need to get ahead. I just can't wait. Yeah. Some people like to wait.
The movie just came out like a couple weeks ago too, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I understand people who are like anime only, but I'm just in my brain, I'm just like, bro, but there's so much more lore. The moment I figured out that Naruto Shippuden had a manga, I remember I learned this back when I was living with Dave in college. Someone was like, you can just read ahead, and I was like, read ahead where? And then I started reading ahead, and I saw the meeting of Sasuke and Naruto for the first time in Shippuden, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I like reading manga a lot though too, personally. I personally enjoy manga slightly better than the animation, only because I enjoy how pivotal the panels are, because it's not the same in an anime. You can see like a really shocking moment coming, but when you're flipping, well, you're not flipping, but when you're scrolling through manga on your computer, or if you're reading it on a page, it's just interesting because they don't have the in-between animations. It's just fight, and someone's head's missing. You're like, oh god. So I enjoyed that.
It's like the Marvel comics. That's how I learned most of my stuff. It's through the comic books, not the movies and the animation. Because a lot of times, like, I'll read a manga, I'm like, man, the art looks really cool, and then you'll see the animated version of it, but the animation just is like not up to snuff.
And that's another thing, because they'll draw the manga at full art, full capacity, because it's easier to draw pictures. But then you get to your favorite anime scene in that manga, and you're like, what? You get like a Dragon Ball Super episode 1, like Goku Super Saiyan 3 fighting against was it Beerus, or was that the movie? That was the movie. I can't remember.
No, that was the show was oh my gosh, it was so bad. I remember that too. I was like, oh no. Yeah,
you get one of those.
Dragon Ball Super manga is interesting right now too. So
see, now I'll give you this. That's one of those manga that I would willingly skip through, because in my brain, I'm not so interested in Super. I know about what happened. I watched the final episode with y'all, and whatever's continuing now, I'm kind of just like, it's Dragon Ball Z. I know it all. I'm not saying I know it all.
Yeah, it's you know it all.
Yeah,
same thing.
Attack on
Titan
is a little different to me though, because there's only 3 chapters left, I believe. There's like 1 this coming month of February, 1 in March, and I think 1 in April, and then it's over. That's why when I saw that they announced the final season, I was like, who's animating this? This ain't over. It's not over yet for me reading. So they must be like. Sorry.
Do you think that's gonna? I was gonna say, do you think there's gonna be like a what's it called? Full Metal Alchemist situation where the show didn't catch up to the manga, so that it splits and goes into a different direction?
I don't think so. No, I believe the main guy's name is, I forget his name. It's not Kubo. Wasn't Kubo from Bleach?
Kubo's Bleach.
Yeah, sorry, I forget my senpai's names. But the guy who created Attack on Titan, I believe, is very much specifically following the manga. And they have a lot to get through in this season before they even catch up to where they are now. But even where they are now in the TV show, or excuse me, the anime, is just, it's epic. You know what it is? It's epic to see it because they put you can tell they put a lot of budget behind this final season. The first 3 seasons, I'm now realizing like the animation was cool. There were some moments in season, I think 2 and 3, when they did a little 3D animation, but season 4, they're just like, baby, it's time. It's like they gave us our own person. It's interesting because season 4 is a time skip between season 3 and 4, and it's a 4-year time skip, and it's weird because the time skip in real life makes me feel that much more invested, because they took like a weird time skip in between season 2 and 3. Remember they were.
That's why I lost interest at first, is because like when it came out, I was like, yeah, give me more. And then great.
Yeah, I don't know why they. I mean, I know. I think it was just something with distribution or publishing or animation. I don't know. But season 1 was so interesting, so hype. We were all doing da 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 da, and then I believe we got season 2, or maybe I forget. No. See, the break between season 1 and 2 is where it was at, and then they gave us season 3 really quickly after 2, and now a few years later they're giving us 4, and oh my god, you know what it is? It's so bad that you're rooting for Aaron because you know he deserves his revenge, but the way he's going about it is just so toxic. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so toxic. Like, you're watching it, and as a fan of a dude whose life was ruined and it didn't have to be, you're watching it and you're just like, yo, Aaron, hey man, fuck them kids. Like you gotta go off, son. And it's like, because you're sitting back, you're like, they didn't care about you. It's not, but vengeance breeds more vengeance, so it's not good to think like that in real life. But in the anime world, where I'm just enjoying watching some characters yell at each other in Japanese, I'm all about it. But there are casualties on both sides, and even in this most recent episode, it got real deep. But it's good. I recommend you just definitely. I'll send you a link. I watched this thing like the other day. It was like 20 minutes, and it was just a guy who only talked about the anime story. It didn't break into the manga at all. So if there's any like deeper cuts in between that manga, you're not gonna even waste time. So it'll just take you right there. I'm gonna take another break because my food is actually here now. I gotta go get it. It's on my doorstep. And boop. Hey, we're back. So to wrap up the podcast, I thought it would be nice if we talked about our goals for this year, because it's actually not a toxic year like 2020. Just 2020. I mean, could be toxic. We don't know. So far, we've had a boring inauguration. We've sworn in our new president. Hopefully he stays healthy. We got Kamala. She was wearing the same outfit as Lisa Simpson when she was the president. Time skip, weird stuff.
That's scary, by the way.
I talk about it on my personal podcast. It's very scary.
How do they know?
I don't know. And you know what's even weirder is, like, if I'm being honest, Lisa's like she's got the most flavor of the Simpsons. She's a jazz musician, you know what I mean? Like I think there was an episode where she sang with Michael Jackson, I think.
Michael Jackson sang to her for her birthday.
Yes.
And they haven't shown that episode because of Michael Jackson.
Either way, she's like the blackest one of the family. So, even though Kamala is mixed, of course, she's, I think, black and has some Indian in her. Either way, politics are getting back to boring and normal, which I appreciate. But 2020, thank God. But 2021, Paul, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What do you want to do this next decade? We're in a new decade, man. It's crazy.
We are? Oh yeah, we are. Shit.
2020. We can delete that here.
Yeah, forgot. I thought it was 2019 again. It's a lot. I just want to grow. Like, for instance, I'm working on a lot of my crafts now. I'll give you guys a hint of what I'm working on. Just give me like 2 seconds.
Okay. All right. Arts and crafts. You love to see it. For those who don't know, Paul is really into creating 3D print models. So he's been printing and doing art, which is dope. So yes, I'm sure he's going to show us some of his new prints, which is cool.
So it's not a print, Star Wars stuff. So I'm in the middle of making a tutorial on how to paint the Galaxy's Edge BB-8 units, because these are super complicated little things. So I'm making a YouTube video. I'm trying to get that done, but it's been raining a lot, so I just haven't really had time to do that, like finish. But I keep trying to I keep dropping it. So, but preview. So that's going to be on my YouTube channel. We're hovering at 8.95. We want to hit that 9,000.
Hey.
We want to hit that 9,000 though.
Hey.
So subscribe. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff coming out. I just want to print more stuff and make some money off my prints and teach people how to become a maker in these next few years, because it's been a really fun hobby of mine during this time of stillness.
I feel that. That's cool.
And learning to play the bass too. So that.
What'd you say?
And learning how to play the bass. I want to be a god.
Oh yeah, Paul bought a bass. He bought a.
My fingers are purple every day. Let's go.
How is learning it? You've been using that Ubisoft fake Guitar Hero thing, right?
Yeah, Rocksmith, dude. Rocksmith and YouTube has been pretty cool. I haven't played in the last 2 days because my fingers were hurting a little too bad, but it's an interesting thing. I've been streaming it too, so if you guys want to watch my progression, I've been streaming that on Twitch. Just sitting there with my bass and getting purple fingers. So
that's tight. Yeah, you all check out Paul on his YouTube channel, Jones Miss Prime, and Twitch, Jones Miss Prime. Those are good goals. I like that. Have you been watching some good bass content? Did you watch Davey 504 or whatever his name is that I like?
Slap the bass.
Got to slap that bass. And the
dude. Yeah, he's cool. I like his stuff. One day I'll be at a Davey 504 level.
Did you watch? Have you seen the Do as well? He plays guitar though.
No, I've not seen the Do.
Man, I sat there and just watched them on Omegle because they just do the Omegle videos where they go on and just start playing, and it's so impressive that I'm just like, wow, I should have sat back and pursued piano longer. I mean, I played piano since from when I was a kid till high school, but I never got good enough where I just started I could just flow on the piano. If you watch the Do, he literally he'll say someone will request something that he doesn't know. And based off of just how it sounds by ear, he'll be like, oh yeah, that's a Never Ending Story, right? Okay, hold on. And he'll just go off. And I'm like, this man has so much talent. And
yeah, I was having a conversation about it. It's learning how to play music is like speaking another language. Because I'm learning how to read the sheets and whatnot, and I was the first day I was reading it, I was like, this makes no sense, but now I see the code. I see it.
Did you ever do did you ever do an instrument when you were younger?
Flute, and then Mr. Lopez trying to teach us piano.
Word. But you never did one on your own? Your parents never never got you into that? No?
Which is surprising because my dad is a music producer. But no, I would just sit there and fiddle with things. Nobody sat and tried to teach me how to play. So this is a thing I've always wanted to learn how to do. It's either a bass or a straight up guitar. But I was let me start with the bass first and master 4 strings before I hop right into 6.
Yeah, I remember Alex, my brother, got into guitar and he was playing it for a little bit. And Alex is multifaceted. He knows how to do guitar, I believe saxophone, and his main is the piano. But I mean, he produces music, so he has to know something.
Trace
Nova. So yeah, but I like those goals, man. Those are some good goals for 2021. Me personally, I don't know what goals. I've been working on my health. I've just been trying to stay healthy and get into better shape. I've been working out weekly. I've got one of those Peloton bikes. I've had that thing for almost 2 years, so I've been riding that. I hit my
how is it, by the way?
How is it? It's great.
People looking thinking about getting one.
It's great. I recommend it. I recommend it to anyone right now who can't go to the gym, because cardio wise, cardio is the main way, in my opinion, to lose weight outside of eating well. And getting on the bike 30 minutes a day, just click a 30-minute workout from any one of the trainers. They're all fun. They're all very entertaining and interesting, and they go off and have fun, and the music is really good. And you can do it, I usually do it when I want to watch maybe a YouTube video that I know is going to be maybe 15 to 30 minutes, or a few videos back to back. Sometimes I'll watch just them sitting there and stay to the beat and whatnot, but cardio wise, I recommend it.
Yeah, I've been using on my Oculus, there's an app called Fit VR, which is just basic boxing cardio. So it's lanes. So you jab, there's hooks, and there's uppercuts. And then you duck, and then you can have to bob and weave and all that. So it's teaching you boxing. You just sit there for a good 30, 45 minutes and just.
Boxing is tough. My trainer had me work out, and we did a boxing routine workout. you definitely need to know those stances and how to jab, how to, throw a hook, throw an uppercut, or you can mess up like your freaking wrists punching it the wrong way. So you definitely need to you have to be very careful doing that. But boxing is cool. I would like to take boxing classes, but not right now during COVID.
Yeah. The only thing is just there's no impact in there. So like it'll say punch with all your might. So sometimes my problem is I punch too hard. And so like you end up like throwing shit out of proportion sometimes.
Yeah.
You like, cause I'll go for it.
Yeah, you definitely have to go do some like boxing feints and some shadow boxing, because that's how I assume that's what you would have to do. But yeah, I don't know. I'm putting my health first above all when it comes to goals in the next 10 years. And this year, I just feel like you can't accomplish goals if you're not healthy, and if you're not here, and if you're, if your body's breaking down and you're not trying to help it get back up, then I don't know what you're planning for the future for, because you're not going to have much of a future. So that's my personal goal. And other than that, just working on like mental health and staying happy and staying passionate about things that I do want to do. I also have a goal to want to get back into doing art. So I'm going to just maybe do some casual drawing personally for my own time, and maybe do some art streams. I mean, just have fun with it, because it's something. It's Procreate. I love the feeling of pencil to paper, so I'll probably go back to that and then scan those drawings into Procreate if I want to color it. But I mean, it's a skill that I have known since I was a child, and I would say I was fairly decent at it, so I shouldn't just quit on it and whatnot. I did love art at a certain point. Like that was all I knew. All I knew was drawing and sketches and animation and painting. But besides that, I don't know. Continuing our podcast and hopefully getting to 100 episodes and passing that. Doing my own personal podcast, which I've been enjoying, JD Radio. Maybe I'll have Paul on as a guest in the future, and we can talk about like real life things. I don't know. I don't really have any like, I need to achieve this goal by the end of the year type thing, because I just feel like that type of goal setting is a little meaningless, because there's more to life than just what you want to do in the next 365 days. Like I do have those goals, but they're not above just me being happy and all that jazz. So that's my goal, to just live my life to the fullest and not take it for granted. But yeah, I think that is our podcast. Paul, do you have any last words?
I want to talk about a game real quick. It's real quick and simple. If you guys have a Switch and you guys are looking for a good wrestling game, play this game called Wrestling Empire. By the way, I just got it like today or last night, and it looks like the most jankiest N64 game, but it has better wrestling physics than the current WWE games. It just looks real bad, and it plays real good. It's on Switch and mobile. That's it.
It's so random. Now I want to check it out.
I played it on stream yesterday, like in preparation for the Royal Rumble, and it looks so jank, but it's really fun. It's really fun.
All right.
And it's got a career mode. So yeah, check it out.
Well, there you go, y'all. Go check out that wrestling game. Let us know your how about that? We're talking. Maybe leave it in the comments of the YouTube video if you watch it, or leave it as a review. Or leave it as a review and let us know what are your goals for this year or the future. And we'll talk about it more on the next episode. And with that, get those stocks up, everybody, and to the moon. To the moon, everybody. To the moon.
Or to the soup kitchen.
Either one.
Diversify your bonds. Bong bong.
Bon bon. All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.